let's move on now to our next session. And this essentially is all about talent, but more importantly, how to find the right talent and create teams that really, truly shine. So we're going to go back over to someone we've already met before this morning, a little bit earlier on, HR Director of Nice, Alisa Evsina. Alisa, are you there? Where are you right now? Love to see you on the screen. Are you there?
Still here in Belgrade. Hello, everyone.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to hand it right over to you now. And again, I'm intrigued as much as everybody else on the other side of the screen to hear exactly what this is all about.
Okay, I take the place on my playground. We're talking a lot about artificial intelligence, digitalization, transformation, something that we forget that the first name of our function is still human resources. And I would like to talk today about human. And we talk, secondly, a lot about leaders. What do we do with them for them to become a better leaders, how they can lead their teams. But as we say, the shoemaker without shoes. So we forget about our teams and what is at our playground. So today I would like to share my experience in building my team, what we do at our playground. So, but I have to go back to 2014 when once coming to work in the airport, that was my workplace, and I felt I'm bored. I want a challenge. I want a strong challenge. And here I am in Nice, one of the biggest vertically integrated energy company in Southeast Europe, with now 13,000 employees, with one of the biggest contribution to the state's budget. And we've seen on the market as a market leader, financially stable, with a good learning and development opportunities, but still traditional and a bit heavy in the changes. Another challenge, 5 years later, I was called by CEO and proposed to take a lead of the whole HR function in Nice. And what was his desire and his ambition? He wanted me to change the company's culture that you can see on the slide, from the current to the targeted, and by that to change the image of the company on the market. Very interesting, challenging task. It was accepted, so it was just right what I was needed. I have the vision, but I need resources. I had a great team. It is now around 180 employees in HR team of Nice, with 16 line managers. We are a classical Ulrich model with center of expertise, HR business partnering, and shared services. So I have resources. Now, what should I do next? Thanks to my friend, Cheshire Cat, who advised me first to have a goal, and then I will know the way how to come to it. So we created a HR strategy. In short, we can say we have to create and implement the best and most modern HR solutions. So we increase the employees' engagement. And by that, we raise the image of our company and stay within the top desired employees on the market. Easy challenge? Not that easy. So I have the resource, I have the goal, I have the road. What's next? Oof. So definitely I can't do it alone. I have to use my team resources, but I have to make them ready and make them on board. How do I do that? There are a lot of myths about the teamwork, on disrupting them, so I don't have, unfortunately, time to go through all of them. But I like this one. The harmony always helps. I like harmony. But if you look at the teamwork, especially in a huge corporation, it can't be just peaceful. No, harmony doesn't help. What helps? Surprise, the conflict helps. Only through a conflict we can come to a better solution. can come to something that is great for us. But according to Thomas Kilmann model, the only way we can get safely and peacefully from the conflict is through collaboration. So here is my first goal, to create a collaborating team. So I had to create from a team of stars, I had to create a star team, a constellation. So we know this model that was created in 65 by Tuchman. And I think it's not relevant anymore because what I see, at least in my team, we are constantly moving forth and back between at least this norming performing phase. And I will show you why I say that. So I needed to start my journey to execute my challenge. Where should I start? We all know that communication and visioning the goals and sharing it with the team, it's the key. So we've made the strategic session where we called more than our direct team. We were around 40 people to listen and to discuss our strategic goals and the actions. And as a part of play, the game, so we like to play, we had a kidnapping exercise. We were divided into two teams, and one of our team members suddenly was kidnapped. And we had the instructions how to find him. And this exercise, unfortunately, showed me that we're still competing with each other. We are not working together for one goal. Nobody said that we have to be better than the others, to find quicker. We had the goal to find a team member, that's actually to execute our strategy. But we lost the time in competing, and only by the end we understood that we have to unite to execute this exercise. So when we realized that, we said, okay, where do we start the change? Usually the right thing to start change from ourselves. To change ourselves, we need first to understand who we are. And we use the Thomas International Assessment instrument to see who we are, how we interact, how we solve problems. And the outcomes was that our strong side was the client orientation, and we had also the development areas that we need to be more agile and focus on common goals. After that, there was Corona came. We had to take care of the mental conditions of our employees and help the business to survive. But we came back to us in 21, and we needed to see what still prevents us to be a very cooperative team. We used Lencioni model, and we evaluated our performance as a team by 5 different criteria as trust, conflict, commitment, accountability, and results. And then we understood that we are strong, and that was good in healthy conflicts and commitment. But we still have to work on trust and orientation on results and accountability. And to improve that, we use the GROW model that helped us to understand how we can focus better on the business needs. And we have defined the action steps, what we have to do to become more efficient and to grow as a team. And at a certain moment, I felt that something is in the air. I couldn't describe, I couldn't handle that, and I had urgently to have a coach for the team coaching, and we called it Cleaning HR House. That was a very tough coaching session, and thanks to my team, and I'm really grateful to them, that they were open and they were ready to change. We put all our troubles at the table and we agreed on the rules. We agreed what rules we will respect in order to each other and while executing our HR processes. And that was really successful. Here again, we played the game, and we had the game of caterpillar. So we had to provide a feedback to each other on the strong sides and sides for development. And that was really, really useful. So when we cleaned the house, we could come back again for ourselves. And here, again, we could see who we are and how we can grow further. At that time, we have implemented the talent processes in the company. So we had the assessments by 9-matrix box, we had the succession planning, and we used the Hogan to see what our strong sides, what are our derailers when we have stress situations, and what is very important to see our values. It's very important to know the values by yourself, and for the manager, for the leader, to know the values of the team members, because then you can understand how you can motivate them. And for the individual itself, you can understand your status, why you feel this way, if you better understand yourself. As a result of these actions, we created the plans of individual development. And what is important, while I was talking to each of my members about the development plans, I forced them, actually by that, to think of the career, alternative career. Not only to go vertically, but also to look to the sides and see how you can move laterally. And that's actually as a result of this action. In 23, we had 6 movements, rotations in my team. 2 of them was vertically as a result of succession planning, and 4 we moved from the center of expertise, from the business to center of expertise, and within the businesses. And that helped me to keep the loyal team members who didn't want to leave the company but already were bored a bit, being pretty long at their current positions, and to find them another challenges. So I felt that it's proper moment, because there was a lot of changes that was happening around the world, to check the psychological safety of my team. And we used the model to see where we are. And good to know was that we are open to conversations, but we still have the fear of risk and failure. And here we also played the game, and it was an amazing game with letters that unfortunately again showed we're still competing. We still do not see ourselves as one team to solve the problem, but we want to be better than the others. It's normal when you have strong team members, and that's our work as leaders, to focus them on one goal. So we use the Graves model to see where we are as a team on going through the change. And the good thing was to see that we are already not at the beginning of the process where we are in dissonance or obstacles. We moved already to the phases of consolidation and enthusiasm. So we were there. And that was a moment when we could do another step in our development that I think it's more serious and more sensible. We did the 360. We implemented SAP success factor at that time that allowed us to do this assessment by ourselves. We had 24 team members who were assessed, and we involved more than 320 employees to help us in this evaluation. And the moment I got that strong sides, finally we improved what we showed at the beginning in 19 was our weak sides, the sides for development. Finally we had common goals orientation. Finally we started building the trust. We have personal responsibility, consistency, but we never stop, we're going forward. So we put again the new development areas so we can grow and develop further. Now we're looking to the future, and if I will summarize, I would say that we leaders for our teams, we have to make regular checkups, not taking actions not only when it's too late, when we have the pain somewhere, but we have constantly check if the team going right, if my team members are okay, and we use all these instruments, and if to range them, I would put, not even ranging, if to cluster them, I would say first we definitely have right people at the right place. So we have to check value identification through different assessments. We have to deal with individual development. And this is not only IDPs, this is job rotations, job shadow. We have a lot of instruments. We have to deal with a team, the whole team, with using another instruments. And for sure, we have to have regular communication. We need to have this stage where we can share our insights, not only what we are not happy with or we are happy with, but also sharing the information, seeing what we have as a common goal, sharing the information, what we've heard on conferences, etc. And if we say how we can call it, I would call it the systematic coaching approach. It's not just only focus on tasks or processes or stakeholders, organization or wider system. This is in common. We have to pay attention to all of that. So to wrap up, I would say it's never-ending story. Team members are leaving. We are changing. And we as leaders, we have to nurse, to take care of our teams, because they are our heads and hands, and more important, they're our hearts. And if they feel good, and if they do what they have to do, and if they love what they have to do, then you will feel good and you will achieve your challenges. Thank you.